RTruth denies that his WWE release was a work. We've got the reason for the Ron Killings name change, and the backstage reaction and future WWE plans for Mr. Iguana. Stay tuned for all the deets. So obviously, last week was fraught with anguish, I think is the only way to put it, at the fact that RTruth had been released from WWE, or at least his contract wasn't going to be renewed when it was up. And then at Money in the Bank, in the main event, we had the shocking return of RTruth to a massive, almost Edge return at the Rumble level pop.
Just enjoy the ride. This was all the plan. Bollocks, Triple H.
Basically, during the post-show press conference, Triple H was, of course, going to be asked about this. He did say that, when he was asked about the situation, he said it's all part of the show, as Ross has just said there, suggesting that the WWE release and the whole sort of situation around it was a work. This is refuted by RTruth himself, who responded to a claim that the whole thing was part of the storyline, and he simply said it was no work. And then RTruth's son responded to Triple H's comments on a social media post with a cap referencing the fact that he was maybe lying about the situation.
Cap. Yeah, no cap is no lies. Cap is lies.
It's language that it's for young people talk.
Yep.
But Fightful Select have noted that despite what Triple H said, the situation was in fact not part of the show. They reported that Truth, like the WWE locker room, was pretty unhappy with the impersonal way that he'd been let go after such a long and beloved tenure with the company. And throughout the week, WWE had reportedly been trying to contact Truth to no avail, and it took Nick Khan himself having to reach out to Truth for Truth to pick up the phone.
Fair enough, you know what I say? Fair enough. I hope he got that bag, as the kids also like to say. I would do the same if I worked for a place. I know he had a little gap in the middle.
Yeah.
But 25 years we're going on now with RTruth and WWE. If they were like, oh, you're not going anywhere. Oh, sorry, you're not going to get your contract renewed. I'd be playing tough to get as well.
Well, yeah, you may as well, especially when the public are that desperate to see you return to the company. You are in such a position of power that you've got to.
Yeah.
But other reports and comments have refuted any claim of a work as well, with Corey Hayes of BodySlam.net posting to Twitter that Truth was in fact rehired due to the backlash from fans, and PW Insider also reporting that the new deal came into existence within the previous 72 hours of him appearing, and prior to that he was already in discussions with other promotions for appearances, which again you would be doing because you're RTruth.
Yeah, and you're a man who needs money, as we all do in this world, so of course he's going to look for work. These post-show press conferences are a nonsense, that's what we've learned here. Triple H just says any old bollocks just to go, haha, we got you.
It's just all part of the show, including the press conference itself. They're just trying to work us at all times.
And if it is part of the show, why not just let fans believe it's part of the show instead of going, ha-ha, we got you, yeah, wrestling's real apart from when it's not, but it is.
It's the one thing, like, I've got more friends now that watch wrestling again because of Netflix. The one thing they always ask us about is well, why is there a post-show press conference? It's not boxing, it's not UFC, and it's like, well, it allows them to further certain storyline stuff. It's like, but he's taking interviews from like newspapers. It feels like it's supposed to be real, and it's like, it's hard to explain, isn't it?
Well, New Japan did it, then AEW did it, and then
but New Japan did it like in lieu of promos, right? So it's bizarre, but obviously, it's not something I see them stopping very soon. We've got the reason though that the name change happened as well, don't we, Ross?
It was a request from Truth himself, according to the Wrestling Observer. Ron Killings, this is the quote, did ask for the name change to his real name as part of his new deal, as many had suspected. The advantage is that when the new deal ends, he will have TV time as Ron Killings, then he can go straight on the indies and use it for personal appearances and that kind of thing. This is what we say when we say, what a worker, brother.
Well, do you think that it's going to come with a change in character?
Hopefully.
Ron
Killings?
Yeah, I think that, because, like, RTruth's somebody that we always go, he can still go in the ring, he can still, but I think people forget how much of a genuine, credible threat he can be as a performer. Having that kind of rebirth and knowing, obviously, he can do the RTruth side of stuff, like he can make everybody crack. But I think like having him be able to go in there for one maybe serious little run before he goes elsewhere or whatever is in his future, it probably makes sense.
Just give him a cigarette and then stub it in the eye of little Jimmy. Ha ha! I will say. But it can go either way, Connor, because obviously Ron Killings is his name, but it'll also be Ron the Truth Killings on screen.
Yeah.
No doubt people on screen with him will call him Truth,
Yeah.
as you do.
Yeah.
So it can go either way. Whatever happens, he will fulfill that role fantastically like he has done for the past 25 years.
Of course,
Yes.
don't let go of him again. Absolute foolish behavior. But moving back toward Money in the Bank, before Money in the Bank, of course, we had Worlds Collide. PW Insider with an interesting report here that a surprising name was running things backstage at the Worlds Collide event, saying Worlds Collide was a Jeremy Borash production, with PW Insider being told that Borash was running all aspects of the broadcast. The show featured elaborate, well-put-together video packages that detailed the story of the talent of AAA, and it sort of had that very distinct Jeremy Borash feel to it.
Oh, yes.
And it was a really well put together show.
It was.
Especially considering it's sort of the first time a lot of us are engaging with these talent.
Well, I'm no expert on AAA, and I was thankful for those little, especially the one like just after the beginning when you had Rey Mysterio out there, the one that was just like, here's the history, here's who we are, here's the people, the forefathers and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you watched NXT 2.0 and you saw these promo packages happening, you were like, that's Jay Bizzle, our boy Jay Bizzle.
He's honestly like, I remember when it sort of became clear that he was going to be involved more and more with things, and it was initially reported that he might be more involved with the AAA side of things following this, the buyout. And I think that if it continues like this, it's perfectly bridging the gap for kind of the newer audience, while hopefully not turning its back too much on the style that AAA's fans love.
Yeah,
so
it's an interesting one because during one of the promo packages, you have Conan saying they won't Americanize this.
Yeah.
And I was like, you wait.
Just you wait. It's going to happen. But we've also got, obviously, the biggest star of the weekend by some country mile, even, I'd say, argue, even more so than RTruth here, is Mr. Iguana.
My God.
Now, he just, he's been a revelation ever since he popped up on NXT with Yaska. And he's just sat there, and the crowd, he's like an enigma. And they wanted to know more and more about him. Now, he got, obviously, a massive, massive ovation for his antics in the opening match, and a lot of love online for that. Fightful Select reported that the internal reaction was so strong that a last-minute decision was made to have him appear at the Money in the Bank crowd. And obviously, huge cheer when he did pop up. He was also apparently a hit backstage with everybody and proved to be very popular among the roster. Now, looking forward to this, you hear a reaction like that, they immediately got a t-shirt online. You've got to think they're going to want to factor him into WWE programming for quite some time moving forward. But apparently, with regards to future plans, one NXT source close to Fightful has said that the social media response was so good that WWE are pushing to get Mr. Iguana featured on NXT. PW Insider also reporting that WWE are now looking at ways to market Mr. Iguana, which we've seen the first t-shirt go up. You've got to imagine that we're going to have the Iguana available to purchase before long. He also thanked fans online as well, saying, grateful and happy, thanks for the love and support. I'll see you all again soon.
Just makes you wonder where he's going to be in NXT. My immediate thought, if it was the old Chase U, would be like, sometimes classrooms have a pet.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was the Chase U classroom. You
he's
pan
just
around,
in a
it's
tank.
just the full-grown man in a tank, just waiting. Elsewhere, though, you look at it, Santino Marella, obviously the Battle of the Cobra versus the Iguana. That springs to mind as well with the TNA tie-in. They could do anything with Mr. Iguana.
It's weird, like, it speaks to, like, a beautiful simplicity of, like, the fact that he's just Mr. Iguana. Everybody loves the fact he's Mr. Iguana. He's green. He's got an iguana. He's really good in the ring. He's really entertaining to just watch him move. Like, when he's crawling his way down to the ring and stuff. It's more characters in wrestling.
Yeah.
More characters in wrestling. It works.
It's the simplicity of a 36-year-old bald fella painting his bald head green and pretend to be an iguana by going la 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 with some glasses on. What's not to love? The fact he got his iguana in the ring and used it to pin his opponent himself. He's fantastic.
He's got to be the Hall of Fame winner this week, surely.
Shh. Keep it down. I want to win. That might be mine. Find out on Friday.
Right, that's it for your first dose of wrestling news. We'll be back later on when more news breaks. But in the meantime, keep it here. We're going to have all the content, the fallout of Money in the Bank coming to the channel, to our Patreon. So just, keep it with us. We'll see you later on.
Yeah.